Hey, what's up? This is Bernard. First of all, I want to say thank you for visiting my channel. Some even clicked on the subscribe button, which is the icing on the cake, really. I'm very grateful for that. Today, I'd like to participate in the Vinylverse Through the Years contest. You all know Bill at the Vinylverse, I'm sure. He's just awesome. Bill, I was inspired by your videos where you ranked the albums by Genesis. So, in your honor, I decided to reacquaint myself with Duke. What I did is I streamed it several times while doing other stuff. And then one night I played this record and gave it my full attention. I especially love the instrumental intro of Behind the Lines, as well as the finale on the side 2 that closes the loop. In between, I find that Misunderstanding, Turn It On Again, and Alone Again are 10 on 10 songs. I like every song on it. There's a strong theme of loneliness on this album. Even the Duchess on second track. She dreams of success, and after enjoying it, she ends up alone, without an audience. Great stuff. And Men of Our Times and the song Cul-de-sac on side 2 are very intense moments. Anyway, Bill, thanks for inspiring me to revisit this wonderful album that is obviously so special to you. But let's get back to the program, folks. Bill asked us to pick at least 4 years that are landmark years for us and show a song or album to represent each year. I went with 5. I was born in 1976. Now, I know I'm going to be repetitive, and rest assured that I have plenty more bands to show. But for me, 1976 screams this album. The Boston's debut. Of course, I did not discover this album until years later, 1992 to be exact. Believe it or not, this is the third Boston album that I listened to. As a matter of fact, I was completely sold on Boston even before hearing the fade-in acoustic guitar of More Than a Feeling for the very first time. This is my master sound version of it. And it comes on this gold plated disc. So, 1976, the year I was born. On to my second important year that I picked. Fast forward 20 years later, it's 1996, and my friend Jennifer and I become a couple. That year, we saw a movie called She's the One at the movie theater. I don't remember much of it, but I will cherish the soundtrack forever. Songs and music from the motion picture She's the One by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Initially, the band was supposed to provide only 2 songs for this movie soundtrack. The rest was supposed to be songs by several other hit bands. Tom was going to be the executive producer. Apparently, he was not satisfied with the songs that were provided to him, so he decided to write more songs and do the whole thing himself. So 1996, a very important year for me because it marks the beginning of a wonderful relationship with the love of my life. Here's our first picture together in 1996. The next year that I picked is closely linked to the last one. 2003 is the year Jennifer and I got married. Plus, that same summer we went together from Montreal to Toronto to go see a Boston show. And around that time, I started reading a website by an Austrian guy called Andrew McNeese. This site is melodicrock.com. And it's still alive and well. Since then, I begin each day with a quick review of the latest AOR and melodic rock news on that site. I knew I liked that type of music before. Bands like Journey, Foreigner, Night Ranger, etc. But discovering that website made me realize that this music was still going strong. As a niche market, but still. And perhaps the best release of that year, 2003, in that particular musical universe, is the Pride of Lions debut album. This album was produced by Jim Peterick, who was a founding member of Survivor. It was released on the Italian label Frontiers. On this, Jim wrote or co-wrote all the songs, and he plays guitar and keyboards. He shares the lead vocals with Toby Hitchcock, a talented singer with a higher pitched voice. I have read Jim's Peterick biography, Through the Eye of the Tiger, and Jim has a career to be proud of. He tells the story of when Sylvester Stallone left him a message saying, "Hey, yo, Jim." He was looking for a song for his Rocky III movie. Stallone had tried to obtain the rights to use another one, Bites the Dust by Queen, who had refused. So to make a long story short, that's how Eye of the Tiger was born, and the rest is history. And so in 2003, Jim started a new chapter with this Pride of Lions project, as Jennifer and I started a new chapter as a married couple. Oh, wait a minute. I just received a note brought to me by my very own butler, Henry. Henry just brought me an envelope. What is this? An envelope by... I would like to have Odessa. Sorry folks, let's continue. My next 2 years are the years of birth of our wonderful 2 daughters. Our first daughter was born in 2008. The album I chose for that year is Venus in Overdrive by Rick Springfield. Rick deserves so much more credit than just for Jessie's Girl, in my opinion. He's a very intelligent songwriter. This is excellent power pop. Not only is it catchy, but it's honest and emotionally charged. On this CD, there are a few songs that are inspired by a little girl called Sahara that he knew very well. This little girl got cancer and passed away at 13. The song Saint Sahara is very touching when you put it in that context. Sorry. That being said, I'm really grateful each day that both of my children are healthy. So, 2008, when my first child was born. And that leads me to the year when we greeted our second little girl into our lives. That year is 2012. And my album for that year is Beneath the Waves by Compendium. How I discovered this album is interesting. A few years ago, I started a thread on a rock music forum where I invited people to recommend me a concept album. I was to buy one of the recommendations. I was captivated by the description of this album, so I went for it. It's released on Tiger Moth Records, and I think I don't have any other CDs on that label. It's brilliant. It's a huge collaboration between multiple high-profile musicians. The instrumentation is very rich. You have progressive rock, classical music, and Celtic elements. The concept is very poignant as well. To describe this accurately would take a whole 20-minute video. It's interesting to note that Steve Hackett makes an appearance on nylon guitar. You have male and female lead vocals, tenor and soprano vocals, even the English Chamber Orchestra. Or should I say the English Chamber Choir. So, it was a gigantic project, and I think it works very well. So that was year 2012 when Jennifer and I had our second daughter. Thank you, Bill, for this opportunity to participate in your contest and support your channel. Congratulations on reaching 300 subscribers, and thanks to everyone who tuned in today. I like interacting in the comment section, so please don't hesitate. Take care, everyone.